Good morning. Alright, I'm going to talk about validation when it comes to girls because some of you don't really realize this, but it's very true. Everything a girl does is for validation. So they have sex for validation. They only have sex with you if they view you as above them on the social hierarchy chain. And then let's just say, for example, you have sex with this girl. She thinks when she meets you that you're on a higher level than her. She could be drunk and not able to control herself, and she feels lower on the hierarchy, so she fucks you. See, being drunk makes her ability to survive go down, so that you have a higher ability to keep her alive when you're sober. So she could fuck you, right? But then let's say after she fucks you, you're texting and you give too much validation, you give too much, like, oh, baby, that was so amazing. Or you say, of course I want to see you again. Now she views you as lower than her, and she won't meet up with you again. She'll just text you for as long as she can to get validation out of you. Okay? So, what's the solution here? What's the lesson? Well, it's very simple. I'm like checking to see if my teeth need to be brushed. So I just woke up. It's very simple. Basically, if a girl had sex with Drake, or if a girl had sex with Leonardo DiCaprio, how would they act? How would they act after they had sex with that girl? Probably slow to respond. Probably wouldn't respond. It'd probably be hard to get them to have sex with you again because this guy's running through girls. So you have sex with him because you want his validation and his survival. You want to have access to his survival abilities. But what happens is, since his ability to survive is so high, so many girls want a piece of that pie. They want to sleep with him so that they have access to it. If they fall on hard times, they could possibly hit him up and get access to money, resources, and connections. Well, or at least like the ability to acquire those things because of his confidence, right? Well, guess what? He doesn't really respond, or he's very short because he's busy, because he's on to the next. That's the way you have to be if you want to get a girl to come back. You have to be on to the next. So, what are ways that you can give her validation and lower your value? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about what not to do. She sexts you and you respond instantly for over an hour. If you're responding instantly to this girl, even if it's about sex, for over an hour, you just lost validation in her eyes, and she just got validated, and you're not doing anything. You didn't go out that night. You're not having sex with anybody that night. She's trying to see, is he fucking other girls or not? And you just showed her you're not. Alright, so what do you do then? Or wait, first of all, what are some other ways that you can give away validation? Texting her too much? She might ask you, hey, am I good enough for you? Wait, tell me if you like these pictures. She sends you like nudes. Tell me if you like it. Am I good enough for you? If you say yes, you're so pretty, baby. Like, it's over. You'll never see her again. You gotta say something like sexual. Like, you gotta say something sexual. Like, baby, your ass I would put it up like da 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 da. I would do this and this and this to it. That's all you gotta say and do. She's like, no, but like, do you like it? Da 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 da. Baby, I would put your ass up and do this, this, and this, and this, and this to it. Just keep controlling the frame. I would fuck the shit out of you. Da 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 da. Anyways, so on to the next principle. Or let's talk about the principle of on to the next. My knee was injured like last week and shit. And I didn't really run any day game because you have to walk around too much. So I was just going to bars and clubs where girls are more condensed. I didn't go out last night because I was tired. And I texted that girl too much. She said she's going to come over. She didn't. We were under the premise that she was coming over. She stops responding, and then she responds to me this morning with 3 texts. Oh my god. I remember how tight I was on your dick. We definitely have to hang out again. Like, bitch! We were just talking about hanging out last night. You ain't gonna get a response from me now. Alright? Now, on to the next principle. Let's talk about it. There's 2 things that I can do today, even if I don't go out until tonight. Number 1, I can create a new Tinder that's not attached to my old Tinder and get gold on it and get some matches. Number 2, I can go watch the Instagram course and start planning out how I can make my Instagram better. Me and the homie, he said he wants to come over an hour a day and work on this. I just got an idea. I'm going to make a fucking group for starting a pickup artist fucking company. Swear to God, I just had this vibe right now. AK? Alright, create a group. How do you create a group? Alright, I just created it. 2021 PUA Legends. Alright, guys. This group. Alright, guys. This group is all about game. You can add anybody in here who's down to actually turn this into a business. We will get infield of ourselves. Build up our Instagrams. Okay. Who else would I add to this? I'm gonna call my homie, see something.
Yo.
Hey, I just added you to an Instagram group. Can you look in there and see if you can see my messages I put before I added you, or no?
I'm gonna check it now, okay?
Okay.
Alright, bro.
Everyone I have added to this group so far is studying and working on their game harder than anybody in the world right now. Even harder than coaches. Did I delete his messages? No.
Yo, dude, so I've been fucking thinking, man. So, originally, me and Paul, before COVID, we were coaching a group of guys, and we actually, had like classes pretty much, and they'd all come gather up in the office in Paul's like house. We'd fucking do like a coaching, like I guess like a little mini boot camp.
Notice that this is the on to the next principle. Staying busy, staying focused, making shit happen.
And then we'd go over like our processes of like from open to close and like give a fuck ton of value. And then we would go out to Hollywood and as a group and just fucking game and shit. Like pretty much. So I was thinking, man, I mean, he's pretty busy right now. Like doing other shit, But I'm not too sure if he wants to continue this, but I want to take this shit to like the next level. Like I'm looking around and I don't really see any PUA companies crushing it in LA. I'd say the only big companies crushing it right now is UMP, and even they're not that big, right? But they're mostly in Europe. Here in LA, I don't really see shit going on. I think we should like really, really focus, hone in our game, and I'm gonna start making some more time for that. Been busy too with the business and stuff, sales calls and all that shit. And my girlfriend too. But I'm gonna start booking calls or booking like my sales calls earlier in the day. That way, I have time to go out at night and just really fucking hone in our craft and master this shit. And also get infield voice recorded or video recorded, as much infield as possible, and then start like marketing that shit. And also, with me growing my coaching business as a sex coach, you know, it's really gonna like, it's gonna be a smooth ass like transition from business to game, from game to business, nightlife to business, business to nightlife, and it's just all gonna connect together. And then you, like, you're pretty knowledgeable with a lot of shit too, and you know, you've been practicing a lot with a lot of like the new material that you know we have to learn from. And you know, you're a fucking tantra coach, right? You can teach a lot of shit like that with like your business, you know, besides the enlightenment business, like actually starting your own like coaching where you can teach, and then you know both of our businesses will like complement each other, pretty much business partners, and we could fucking crush it in the nightlife, right? We could like go out, master this shit, get really fucking good, get a ton of fucking infield, break down our shit, get better, post it up on groups and shit, hijack other groups, hijack UMP even, and start posting shit like advice and shit like that, and then create our own group where we can like post our own shit too. And then, you know, of course, with making money and growing our business, we're going to be making more and more money, and we can start throwing our own events, right? Pretty much kind of like how we talked about before. Start throwing our own events, and then have pretty much the game come to us, the girls come to us, all like, you know, the status and all that shit that comes with, you know. And then ultimately, like, creating pretty much a movement of like men that we lead and shit. A movement where like we fucking teach guys, where guys can become like the best version of themselves inside and outside the bedroom, and just fucking, and just start taking over fucking LA, bro, and taking over the fucking nightlife community, the PUA community, and you know, getting to a point where we're so fucking controversial that people are like putting us on like trying to like like bash us and shit, like news trying to bash. And of course, it'll take some time, but I think we can blow this shit up pretty quick if we put in the work and the hours and, you know, the time and energy, and just fucking start as soon as possible. And, you know, obviously, you know, we'd be business partners, and then Paul could join later on too once he sees shit like, and then recording infields of like our polls, like from open to close, our fucking scripts. Obviously, we won't reveal all of our scripts and everything. We can create our own fucking scripts, right? It'll be the same foundation and the same like base of the scripts we know now, the UMP scripts, shit, the domination principle, shit. But it'll be our own twisted version, and even better than that, right? We'll fucking pioneer like some new shit. We'll create some new shit. We'll be like the evolved version of game, you know, of. And then from there, we all go like, we can all like rent like fucking hotels like easily, like it'll be cheap as fuck. We can rent a fucking house. We can rent like places here and there as a fucking group, like a boot camp. If we throw a boot camp where it's like a house of like POAs and shit, trying to improve, and we're like coaching these fucking guys, and they're living with us, and we're literally living and breathing fucking money and pussy.
Si les fleurs qui bordent les chemins se fanaient toutes en main, je garderai.
After I live.
Okay. Our girlfriend. I was like watching the bubbles. I don't know why. I don't know, it was weird. I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't like putting any suction on it or anything. It was just bubbles coming forever. It was weird. Alright. Well, I'm gonna go do urine therapy in the sun and breathe. I got some new deodorant. Making sure it works. Yeah, it works pretty good. So what are my thoughts right now? Instagram, Tinder, go out at night. What are my thoughts for money? I think Anton's on to something. Yeah. I was thinking of visualizing, like, I do this a lot. I lay in bed after I wake up and I just think of kind of like the directional steps I want to take because are they knocking on my door? No, my door. Because I was talking to Humanity Enlightened homies Rob and Fabio. Oh yeah, no, I'm in here. Can you hear me? Yeah, no. Yeah. Yeah, so I was talking to Humanity Enlightened business partners, and they're just talking about like we should do high ticket stuff. And I'm thinking, well, what would high ticket stuff be? It depends on what people want to buy and what services we can teach. Health, wealth, love, and happiness. Well, I could definitely teach love and health. No. Love and wealth. Rob could teach health. But we're men, so we're only teaching stuff to men, most likely. Or not. I can only teach love to men, not to women. To women, it's all about playing games and keeping a guy chasing. To men, it's all about keeping the ball moving and attracting new women. Game. Damn, I need to do chest. I'll do 500 push-ups today. Because why not? Okay. So I see it as like we learn how to do high ticket sales, we automate it, we set it up for all the different things that we could teach and market it to all the different people who need it. That way we learn more about what we teach. Alright. So that makes me want to message the Humanity Enlightened guys. Alright, so what I just said was, so when it comes to high ticket, we'll all sell what we want to learn because the best way to learn is to teach. So I'm going to teach game dating courses for high ticket because it will take time and energy. Rob, you should do health. Fabio, you should compile all the things we did for money and make a wealth section. It can all be connected in different sections with different coaches or instructors. Rob, health, spirituality, so you could sell to the women. Fabio, money. Compile everything we've done and teach to men to be leaders. And I'll teach men to be leaders, entrepreneurs, alphas, charismatic. Boom, it all connects. We use the same structure to close high ticket paying clients, and we spend energy and time because we want to get better in that area of our life anyways. Okay? And this is done. Stay on your mission. That's how you don't validate women. That is the biggest way. That is the biggest solution, is you stay on your mission. New purposes, growing, and new women. And that is the solution, and that is the finish of this video. Bye.